Yyyaaooo! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready to go here once again. Our third game of the night with the JapanDota Cup 2016 Season 1. I'm your host, eXtine, joined once again and throughout this event by NexLevel Dota. How you doing, buddy?
Doing real good, man.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out where my music is playing from so I can... There we go.
Yeah. Feel you
Okay.
on that one. Well, we just had a mind-blowing match in our last game. I guess no spoilers, right? We want people to watch the VODs.
Absolutely. Watch them VODs.
Yeah.
Earn it.
Yeah. Whew. Omakase versus man, I already forgot the other team's name.
Sakana.
Sakana, that's correct.
Or Sakana. I don't know where to put the emphasis.
Sakana. We love Japan. I hope you guys love Japan. We hadn't mentioned it yet in the cast, but a little bit of difficulty in Japan last couple days, as in last night with crazy earthquake, 7.1. Wow.
Wow, 7.1. Yeah.
Best of wishes to everybody impacted by that.
Absolutely.
We actually did have a couple teams had to withdraw, unfortunately.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's okay. That's Japan, known for its natural disasters.
Unfortunately. Well, you know, sometimes they help you out. Tsunamis, divine win. And right now, we have a team that's certainly, like the Mongols, is maybe the favored force here. I'm talking about Scarz. That is going to be our team on the dire side. And like Detonator, who had a very devastating performance earlier, they are one of the two pro-level kind of official, organized, sponsored Japan Dota teams in this tournament. So definitely kind of a favorite.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good to you'll have to remind me because it looks like they don't have their team picture or name up there. Hopefully there's maybe a name in game.
Scarz.
Scarz.
Yeah,
right, cool.
Yeah. It says that up top. Up against MTD, which I'm glad that when we have teams that have acronyms, that they also spell it out for us. Mamo Naku Tenocho Desu.
Nice.
Tenochu.
Tenochu desu.
Tenochu Desu.
That is awesome. MTD versus Scarz, and Scarz gets the first pick with a Sven.
Yeah, going right for it.
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting because there's a lot of counters to melee heroes like Sven and Ursa that need to go to Pound Town. They need to take people to Pound Town and thus be the mayor of Pound Town. But there's a lot of things that can make Pound Town less effective, and so we'll see. Lich. Being the first pick, this is new. Lich, of course, versatile, so it doesn't give anything. Well, it sort of gives something away about your strategy, but it being as a pick itself is pretty interesting, especially as a first pick. So there's a lot of big picks here still left in the pool. On the Enchantress, on the Gyrocopter, Juggernaut, but it looks like so far this meta has been like a support pick first round. So Dazzle being picked up by MTD. There's the Beastmaster.
Yeah, definitely a real solid pickup. We haven't seen it yet. It has been banned out in our matches that we've casted so far. But definitely a solid pick overall. That's why it's been banned.
This might be a little bit of inside knowledge here on Scarz because that might be a respect ban. Medusa not being known for its frequent picks getting banned out. So all those Medusa fans.
Yeah. I'm more of a Medusa fan than I was yesterday because earlier today I had a wonderful Medusa game.
Oh, nice.
You know, that always helps you love heroes a little bit. And maybe
let me guess, random.
it was a random draft game. It was a random
there
draft
it is.
game. Yep.
Yeah, random's fun. But yeah, no, I think Medusa's still really good situationally. You know, hopefully they don't build necro books or have any sort of mana burn. And hopefully you get the space you need. But it just falls in that realm of like Spectre as a late game carry, but then Spectre is able to do a couple clutch things, and that's why Spectre has certainly picked up more than the Medusa.
Yeah.
Such as being able to split push, haunt into the fight, early game being able to escape with Spectral Dagger, just dispersion in general being OP.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the strategy so far from Scarz seems to be pick up the Sven, but immediately start picking up heroes that are going to stun lock our targets into submission and let that pound town occur.
You think we'll see another Earthshaker then in that regard, or?
Yeah, I could very well see an Earthshaker here. The problem with that now is that they're going to have a lot of melees and they're going to be against a lot of ranged. But
That's true.
although that's a design consideration, there's been many times where I'm like, oh gosh, we're a 5-man melee team against a 5-man range team,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's just GG. I mean, of course, it's never GG, but that's the kind of mindset of going, hey, our lanes are going to suffer. But Valve has balanced melee heroes in such a way that they're extra tanky. They can usually do lots of damage or have lots of stuns to protect themselves. So it would definitely, I would say, depending, it might be great because especially against Dazzle, someone who on the back lines that you really want to stun up. Yeah, that's going to be extra good. But the bans certainly being Tidehunter and Nature's Prophet so far. No watermelons today.
Nope.
Japanese people being big fans of watermelons during the summer, though.
Yeah, grown into the shape of aquatic dwelling mammals. I don't know. Is he a mammal technically?
Exactly. Lots of. I guess I haven't seen many mammal-shaped watermelons, but I totally believe you. I've seen the squares for better refrigerator storage.
Exactly. They're expensive and they taste delicious.
Yeah. It's like, give them watermelons some space. They just want to be circles. Don't. Yeah, but Japan, known for its societal conformity and unified acts of
it even comes down to the produce, right?
Yep, exactly. Make that produce square.
I think as we mentioned, we still need a couple supports. We said maybe not a melee over on the side of Scarz. Venge is still out there, and you also have the classic Lion. So considering that MTD have kind of picked up their supports, it's pretty much all on the table for Scarz. Maybe we'll see him pick up some earlier stuff now, or save a pick of their mid for that last kind of pick, the 5th pick here.
Yeah. So some things that Scarz can kind of think about at this point is, one, to start preparing for sacking a lane. There's a Lich in the game. If they put it in the safe lane, that lane's obviously sacked. If they put it in the off lane, then what they can do is start to make a push lineup. And if you have a push lineup against a Lich, all of a sudden Sacrifice becomes an ability that you're apprehensive about using. And that makes that lane end quicker, which means you're able to get that gold, get into the jungle, rotate to other lanes, and all of a sudden Lich, once again, you're shutting down that laning phase. So that is one way to counter the Lich. Also, if assuming of course that Lich and Dazzle are both supports, which we assume they are, right, then that's you now know what their supports are, and okay, we can start to counter. We can get a silencer, we can get a doom, we can get like you said, some long range stuns, Skywrath on the silence. They know kind of that they're not going to have stuns per se, so they can start to pick up things that and as a Sven, you're kind of happy about this. You're totally happy about this.
Yeah.
The ice armor is going to be a little bit of trouble if it's on everyone and now you're slowed, so that certainly is an undervalued spell on the Lich if he's able to get that on everyone before a team fight. But
the Oracle, good pickup there.
Oh, absolutely. This is my 3rd most played hero. Maybe 2nd. This hero, obviously you see it a lot in pro play now. It gets banned out, and when it doesn't, it gets picked in a lot of cases, especially with heroes like DP who have self-healing. It just makes it that much better. Oracle OD, also amazing. Just because you're able to let those CCs fly, and you're able to heal them up, protect them. Obviously, OD with Omni is a little bit better, but Oracle with Jug, Healing Ward, all these healing heroes, Dazzle, Io, Witch Doctor, Necrophos. It just Omni Knight with Oracle. There's a lot of things you can do, and it's so good. But
the Lycan coming out here.
Yeah. Kind of two kind of cores that you rarely see. So far on MTD, we have 3 picks here that definitely less frequently picked. We saw OG pick a lot of Bristleback, and actually a little bit of Lycan too. Lycan's seen some love this patch and this meta.
Yeah, Navi have been picking them up, and Diddy Raw doing excellent with Lycan. He's just got a lot of push, as well as his escapability. He's hard to nail down.
And that's going to help you get a little bit of your map control back that Beastmaster steals from you with his Hawk scouting. Lycan is able to use. He's got 2 scouts, and So a little bit one-ups Beastmaster in terms of wildlife scouting. And yeah, so that's good. So Lycan, and he's gonna have that ult form, that max run speed. Unfortunately, Oracle can root, Beastmaster can ult, Sven can stun. So there's a little bit of answer to that. Lycan's gonna have to get an early BKB if he's gonna have any semblance of damage.
Both teams starting to feel the pressure of the clock here. You can see that the reserve time is ticking away.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. Damn. Yeah, 2 seconds of reserve time left for them, 19 for the other.
So, Templar Assassin mid. They're going to have to make a quick choice when it comes back around to them. Not a ton of time over on MTD. What do you think Scarz needs to round out its roster?
Yeah, they have 2 stuns already. I think that they would benefit from either a silence or a stun at this point. So large range of heroes. Venge isn't that good here, given that Bristleback and Lycan have such fast attack speed that they're going to chase the heroes that they want to attack for the most part.
Yeah, Venge could be pretty vulnerable.
Don't see a big deal there.
I know what unconventional pick I would like to see, but you know my pick of favorite hero is maybe a little bit more unconventional. You didn't tell me what your most favorite hero is, but my most favorite hero is Elder Titan.
Ooh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see a 4-slot Elder Titan for Scarz here, but that's out of the meta.
Hey, I think it'd be a great pick here. Yeah. Sets up stuns from Sven and also gives them all that armor reduction.
Yeah, and Beastmaster's Roar, Oracle's Lockdown, and then you're just giving Templar Assassin a ton of bonus damage. And where they are right now with their lineup is they kind of need a 4 spot, you know, that's going to be solid, that's going to be able to fight and engage. Phoenix and Bristle kind of do tear up Elder Titan a little bit, but there's not much hard stun on MTD. Yeah, and that Silencer, that's going to be a great counter against both Lycan, Phoenix, Dazzle, and, you know, hamper Lich's ability to get involved in fights. This is a great pick.
This is a great pick. It was already, when you call it, it feels good. I said they need to silence. A Silencer feels good against the Dazzle, but this is absolutely devastating against a Phoenix. When you said, you know, what's my first favorite hero? Honestly, at least for the last year, if you just look at that, Phoenix is my top pick with about 300 games. Disruptor being my first before that with about 500 games. I like to spam heroes like a dirty spammer, and I spam Phoenix, which is probably one of the worst spammers there is. Because Phoenix is so good when used correctly.
Yeah.
There's a couple things he needs, and one of the things he's devastated by is like Lich, but more so than anything is a Silencer. Silencer puts last word on Phoenix in lane, and all of a sudden you don't have an escape ability. Unlike a Quap or a Puck, you want to use your escape ability and then you're out. But Phoenix, he gets silenced and you can't use your escape ability. You swoop back and all of a sudden you're dead. He is the squishiest hero of all time, borderline with Io.
Yeah, and we'll see how we can do in this game. Let's run down some lineups for MTD. Over on the Lycan, we're going to have Yanni on Bristleback. It is Muffin Man, Ricky Maru playing the Phoenix, Moran Ha on Lich, and ZXC VBNM on Dazzle. Let's just ZX, we'll call him that for the game.
Yeah, ZX.
Rolls off the tongue a little bit easier. Over on Dire, which is Scarz, we got Silver Jump on the Beastmaster, Neo on Templar Assassin, Saki on Silencer, Hockey-kun on Sven, and Bug System on the Oracle.
I love that name, Bug System.
That is a rad name.
I don't want to be any part of that Bug System. Get it off.
Good names in JapanDota. I'll give them
that.
I
gotta say. So the Phoenix could swoop in for that rune. They don't really have any stuns. Sven could try to get that stun off, but most likely though.
Too early, but nice try.
It is very difficult. You need to swoop right when the timer hits 0-0 because the bounty rune spawns on 0-0 seconds. After 1 second after the 0-0, the 0-0 is actually there for 2 seconds.
Yeah, you have the from -1 to 0 and then 0 to 1. Very odd.
So that but the thing is, what gimped that a little bit was the ability to put auto right click. You know, the super fast right click. So you can do that in console, and you can just right click really fast, and you can pick up that bounty rune. And we can already see that in the top lane, Phoenix is getting bullied by Oracle. Oracle being one of the other amazing harassers in lane. He used to be straight up OP when Fate's Edict amped damage that was physical or pure and disarmed. and had a longer cast range. So, but regardless, he's still amazing, and they're going to be looking to command this lane. It is a dual lane. They did put the Lich in the off lane, as they should, so they are going to hopefully give this Phoenix a little bit more XP, which I completely agree with, because I won't go into it right now, but one of the biggest things Phoenix wants, they're going on the Lich though, they have a stun, a Q, and they're going to have a long duration root. Lich knows he's dead, and that's unfortunate. And unfortunately, Phoenix also got rooted by the Q, which with a couple of right clicks, oof, that was really close. They needed to play a little bit more cautiously, because Lich and Phoenix are going to power spike, and all they want is that XP. And so it's unfortunate for them that they got killed there, but it's recoverable. If one thing that's true about Phoenix is that she can recover from the ashes of her deaths, like a true Phoenix.
Yeah, definitely. As you mentioned, that Lich sacrifice skill will come in handy as well. I'm at a LAN this weekend, in addition to casting these games, and we were trying to convert somebody over to Dota as he makes his journey through playing these different MOBAs. We're like, Lich, dude. We're like, just start on Lich.
Oh, yeah, just play him. Feel the power of the laning phase.
And, sacrifice and the way that gives experience to you and your partner, as well as just denies it from the safe lane, in this case, in most cases. It's just super, super powerful. So they'll be able to get some comeback from that first blood. And it's kind of inevitable as well with that Sven and Oracle here, as well as Silencer lurking nearby.
Yep. Very true. And Lycan, this is, we didn't really talk about our lane allocations here, but Lycan in the mid lane. Once again, those weird, those mids are coming back. We're going to see more carry mids, more PLs, more gyrocopters, Lycans even, and pretty good against Templar Assassin, given that the Wolves, once they're out, can actually chip down on those refraction defense charges. And so we'll see how that works. And really good right clicks on Lycan, despite the fact that TA is commanding in last hits, 17 and 6 denies over Lycan's 4 and 1. Absolute domination, such that he's actually just resorting to the jungle a little bit.
And pressure on Phoenix up in top lane, but he's going to be all right.
There it is, man. The last word, I guarantee last word's on cooldown right now, which it is. And that's just so devastating. But they are going to power spike. So Phoenix, to finish that thought, what I was saying before Lich got on, Phoenix just wants XP and wants to get that level 2 and level 3. Level 3 is a power spike. Level 5 is a huge power spike. And then 6 and 7 are their own huge power spikes. It's absolutely exponential how much power Phoenix gets with 3, 5, 6, and 7 compared to other offlane heroes. And such that you get double kills and triple kills in lane all the time. So one of the main things that you want to block the pull camps, because, the kill! That is, that's inexcusable almost. Like, you have to be wary of that Oracle nuke damage. The fact that he's level 3, 3.5 minutes in, is something you have to know as a Phoenix to just be like, all right, I can't be here if my health is this low. Like, absolutely not. Go back to base, get your health, soak XP. But no, I can't fault him. I mean, it's a rough. Oracle is so good, that range on Purifying Flames, and both of those nukes are absolutely insane range.
Yeah, and to have Sven nearby there with the Stormhammer, that already does a lot of damage. So the combination of those and the low health on Phoenix to start with.
And now they're looking to even capitalize on their advantage and aggression by swinging in behind on Silencer. But Lich gets got on right with the Stormhammer, and the Q was followed up, so they're going to be able to get those right clicks in a, that Purifying Flames, it just happens to be really good at kill stealing. Not necessarily stealing, but securing, and it always works out such that Oracle gets early mana boots because of it, which is extra dangerous.
It was also unfortunate for Lich, because Lich ducked in there, dropped a sentry to deward, and was one hit away from dewarding, but was also dewarding the sentry that was about to just expire.
Interesting. I wonder why
he also had Tango. Yeah, then also had his sentry ward got eaten by a Tango. So he lost his sentry ward, was attacking, all that was just for a sentry ward that was just about to expire anyways.
Yeah, feels real bad.
Yeah.
Phoenix winning the mid lane, just going to switch it up. And Phoenix is actually pretty decent against TA, so this is a good rotation. Lich getting gone on, they're diving the tower here because there's no creeps. And it's going to do a little bit of harass damage, but I don't completely think this is a bad idea with Lich in the top lane by himself, because he's going to be able to pull that wave. And at this point, nobody up here is safe, so just having the Lich up here is probably the best idea. Get those sacrifices off, and get what you can. Lich is going to fall off, unfortunately. But in the bot lane, there's a roar onto Dazzle. I'm glad I switched to the bot lane. Dazzle was already low. Beastmaster going for the kill, and he's going to get it. Bristleback trying to get some retaliation kills, gets a boar instead. Call PETA, because this is some boar murder down here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Lycan just respawning now. He was off the map for a little bit, got killed by a neutral. If you plan that out right with your purchases, you'll be all right.
Absolutely.
Definitely just resorted to jungle at this point.
Yeah, Scarz asserting dominance. They're showing, they're flexing their muscles here, showing that they're a experienced team here. With the draft and with their execution of that draft.
Yeah, I just pulled up the net worth chart, which is pretty damning at this 6 minutes in. Top 4 are for Scarz, but they are up 4-0, and there hasn't been a whole lot of space or time created for people like Lycan to really get their farm rolling. Phoenix may be in a little bit of trouble here mid lane.
Feels real bad. Getting caught out with that long cooldown Q, and now Lich TP's in, might get killed himself, and of course he is. TA at this point is very, very strong. Level 4 refraction. Doesn't give any care in the world about the tower.
She heads down to the bottom rune as well. There's a double damage there. So she'll top off those bottle hits and be ready to go again.
Yep. TA with the Double Damage rune is one of the best Double Damage rune holders. Easy T1 here in the mid lane, 0-6, not looking good for MTD.
No.
What level is the Phoenix is the question. As a Phoenix player, I want to pay attention to these things. Level 4. And yeah, at this point, I mean, Phoenix support is a thing, and it's decent. So I'm saying, like, with a low level, Phoenix can still contribute. Definitely needs to rush that 6 wherever he can find it, even if it's stealing from a carry. Getting that 6 is going to help their team in this early game where it's very important that they do well. Let's see, Lich level 3. Yeah. One of the questionable things about that laning too is that Lich leveled Frost Blast, potentially as a reaction to the fact that they were getting God on in the top lane for that first blood. And well, bot T1 going down to the Beastmaster push. He's getting free farm down here. But yeah, so having that sacrifice, and not only that, but sacrificing on cooldown at the beginning of the game at the 0-0 second when the wave spawns is just that, it's going to help that much in that lane. And they wouldn't be in that dangerous position a little bit, you know, if they had focused on maybe blocking the wave, sacrificing the range creep, and playing it safe.
Yeah, for sure. There's Oracle who picked up double damage rune in the end, just as the runes were about to swap over.
Yeah, he with that low BAT, bad auto attacks.
Here comes though with the ensnare floating in, and TA, ton of damage. We got the shallow grave out. Just gonna delay the inevitable though.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. He might have been able to shallow grave and run away, and then as the shallow grave expires, shadow wave yourself for the heal at the end of the duration. But you know,
and also to at least maybe draw them, you know, down towards that tier 2 to have Lycan get involved. But either way, was probably gonna die.
He fought like a man. Went down like a soldier.
Lycan messing around with his wolves, trying to get them in here to disrupt things a little bit, slow this push down. But it does look like this middle tower is probably going down.
Yeah. Sven 75 last hits over the Bristleback 25, 50 last hits more than the safe lane comparison. TA 50-60 compared to the 37 from Lycan, and Lycan's been jungling, so not as much gold coming out of jungle creeps. But yeah, man, this is a complete 3-way victory on the wave of Scarz.
Yeah.
And they're going to have that itemization and the XP lead going into the team fight mid game. They might just play it safe and split push a lot. Beastmaster being good at that, Sven being good at that. TA can jungle real well, so they're sitting pretty. I have to think about the weaknesses here. Where can Scarz go wrong?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, they're in a good position right now. Obviously, if they get kind of disconnected, if Oracle kind of gets out of position. Even Beastmaster, you know, with the right kind of people, and if they have the right structure or are able to kind of mostly dodge the roar, they could get some success there. But, you know, it's most likely going to have to come from some sort of smoke and Bristleback really getting in there and able to be disruptive. But they still have a ways to go in terms of that net worth and itemization to become scary. They just don't really have anything. They don't have a Vlad's completed on the Lycan, and even then, that's really not really that big of a damage booster. Bristleback not with much either.
Yeah, exactly. The Ring of Health on Bristle, that's just a laning item.
Yeah.
They have 2 Basiliuses on their team for their respective lanes, but yeah, there's a Naked Lich, no boots, just a wand. That's going to be the big thing. Their supports are going to have a lot of trouble here. I do see MTD possibly taking a team fight if they can get a really good Phoenix ult, a really good Lich ult, and possibly a very, very good Shallow Grave. And possibly if they can 5-man group up and maybe catch Scarz off defending a tower with only 3 of their heroes or something like that, then they can really bounce back with that gold because, well, they are 10,000 in deficit right now, and any kill on a support or something, that's going to give so much net worth. Even on a carry, it's going to give so much net worth because of that comeback mechanic. I think that's what they need to do. They need to focus. I mean, Phoenix does have that 6 now, going back to base to get his mana. He has a wand now, which means he has enough mana to TP to a lane and do his full kit. Without that wand, you can't do it. And that might be the move here. We'll see.
Looks like Beastmaster wants to take an early Roche here with TA. And Oracle doing this up real quick.
Yeah. Oracle W. That Fate's Edict can disarm Roshan. Feels good. And all that, of course, armor reduction on the TA feels extra good. Yeah, so that's a very smart move on Scarz. They know that their lineup can take Roche, and very casual early Roche at 12 minutes.
Double damage room, yeah, that's a nice little pickup there. They might rendezvous with their Sven up in the middle lane, or just migrate to the bottom, actually.
Yeah. Now, does Sven have stacks? He does have a Dom. Hasn't really been stacking so far. No. He has had Dom for a little bit, but maybe eventually they'll get those stacks going. And that would be extra bad. That would just be nail and coffin for MTD if Sven's able to get a lot of farm from those Ancients. And
he's doing pretty good. Once again, we mentioned the lack of items over on the Radiant side. MTD really just has a Vanguard and a Vlad's.
Yeah. And, well, Scarz isn't pressured to push, but that's what they're doing right now. Q coming out from Oracle, a Fortune's End on the Bristleback, doing nothing right now. They're going in. TA's in position to right-click, and she's doing a lot. But here comes the Phoenix ult. TA's going down. She tries to Melt Strike, but that's not going to save you against the Sun. But they're focusing the Sun, unfortunately. They're able to get the Supernova down for MTD. There's the Global Silence. Now they're not going to be able to cast Shallow Grave, which means that the Bristleback's going down, but Shallow Grave was already used, of course. Lich going down instantly to the TA right clicks, and they're diving a little bit further. Does she have a trap up? 3 seconds. Oh, he's so slow, too. And able to get that last curse onto him to get the kill.
Great team fight there. MTD, I mean, they got a big old goose egg up there, and they tried with that Phoenix. They got some good damage in to start things off. It was a pretty good egg, but just ended up getting popped.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Aegis was a really good thing for Scarz because they would have got a lot of gold from TA if they were able to get that kill. And they're feeling so bad right now. 0 to 11. If they can manage to get any kills, any at all, that will be amazing. I mean, even the Silencer almost has a Force Staff. And even if the items are in his stash, it counts as his net worth. And if they can just get that kill... even Oracle, almost his way to a mech. I mean, we're talking like 600, 700 gold kills on supports even.
Yeah.
So.
We do have a smoke out here for MTD, but I don't think there's really much that they're going to be able to find.
Yeah. I mean, and look at this too. Here's something to consider. Both supports have kill streak gold on Scarz's side if MTD is able to secure those kills. 4 kills on Oracle and 3 kills on Silencer. So that could give upwards of 1,000 gold. So if they can manage to do it. That was a pretty good ult. The thing is, Scarz was really organized. The thing with level 1 Supernova, even if you can land a rank 4 Fire Spirits on every hero, 5 heroes, if they commit to the Supernova at rank 1, it will die. At rank 2, that won't happen. But yeah, rank 1 feels pretty bad. That's why Midas is so important on Midas.
Oh my! Oh wow! TI almost just completely blew that Phoenix up.
Yeah, that was close. That's the 3 right click TA, tried and true. 3 right clicks feels bad, man.
Yeah, Desolator then picks up a Blink Dagger to go with it, so destruction and mobility, always a great combination in Dota 2.
Yep, absolutely. This is where TA, natural power spike, but not to mention the Desolator. It's all there. It feels real bad.
Yeah, we got a Sanjinyasha out for Sven. Silencer can't be too far away from that Force Staff. And Bug System finishes up the mechanism. 16 minutes. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and now they have the mech advantage, which is also not to be understated.
Oh,
so
the trap
important.
does get Dazzle here.
Dazzle goes down. The trap there just happened to be there. There's the roar onto the dog. He's gonna stay there for a second. There's the global silence. Of course, it's like not a dog. He's more of a wolf. But he kills the silencer. He's running in. He has no mana, no health, but he's right clicking. They have the wolves. The Phoenix comes in. They get 2 kills. That's gonna be a lot of gold. We'll see after this the team fight recap. Lich goes down as well. So it's 2 for 3 so far. But that's honestly a pretty good trade for MTD. Templar Assassin gonna meld here for a second. Phoenix feeling pretty confident. Goes in, swoops in, but unfortunately TA finds. Oh, but he didn't get the third right click. It was actually not too bad. Sven going in on the Bristleback, but he's turned around. He's turned his back. Bristle's flying. And in the end, not a terrible fight for MTD. Used those big ultimates and got some decent trades.
Yeah, definitely helpful for them to get some progress in this game. A little bit of a defense, get a kill on the board. Back they end up with 2, and now finally Lycan is in front of somebody else other than Silencer and Net Worth as he pulls in front of the Oracle. Not much of an achievement, and he's not that far ahead, but you know, got to be happy with getting something. Still just a huge advantage by Team Scarz. TA's almost double the Lycan.
Yeah, let's look at the. So, wow, surprisingly, well, I guess just because they're so far ahead, out of those 3 kills or 2 kills, they were only able to get about 2,000 gold. I kind of wondering why I didn't get a team fight recap out of that.
Yeah,
because I thought that usually appears, but unfortunately, we're not able to see who exactly got all that gold. But let's see, mid T1 going down, more gold the way of MT. This is a little bit of resurgence here, but they're unfortunately too little too late.
Yeah, they're trading
Phoenix does get shallow graved. Is there an ult? And unfortunately, he does have a wand. He uses it, but he's going to go down. And as the chase continues, Sven, with his blink and Sanjinyasha, is able to chase pretty well. And he's going to get a stun pretty soon. There it is on 2-man stun on a Dazzle. The cleaves from Bristleback. Dazzle gets hit. Now that they're turning onto the Sven, but the Bristle's showing his face, and that means he gets hurt really bad by the God Strength from Sven. And Lycan's like, oh, well, there goes my Bristle. I'm out. And Lich also getting killed by the Necro 3s coming out from Beastmaster.
And in the meantime, Neo has not only taken the tier 3, but Phoenix showed up. And Neo got a kill on Phoenix as well. So that whole team fight that just happened and just totally wrecked MTD was without Templar Assassin.
Oh, wow, you're right. That was a buyback. I think a buyback from the Phoenix.
From the Phoenix?
And then, and then he dies. Huh.
Yeah, buyback is on cooldown, so must have been. And this might actually end up being the game here pretty quickly. It's just a brutal, brutal advantage. 20,000 experience and over 20,000, getting closer to 25,000 gold advantage. The net worth chart, very nasty. Oh, it's actually the full 5-stack. Even Silencer ahead of Lycan and net worth now.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Net worth. Oof. Ouch. Yep. You know, that's how the cookie crumbles when you have a team like this.
Well, I mean,
I'd say this is mostly a outdraft a little bit. A little bit of out of play.
Probably a lot of it out of play.
Yeah, absolutely. This is yeah. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
sure.
They had a rough time in that top lane right from the get go. Like Bristle was like doing like okay, you know. I mean, like as much as he could against the Beastmaster, but you're right. It just wasn't a draft that he was going to win that lane. And then the mid lane, the Lycan versus the Templar, just an extremely tough time. Didn't really go very well, and that's 3 lanes not going very well. And Scarz just followed it up brutally. Not a 322, a 2-22. MTD not able to hang against Scarz, and they're going to get pushed into the lower bracket.
Bing bong, indeed. That is, that's how you serve it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. And well, we have one more match coming your way. We are going to step away for another quick little break just to give us one more second of rest. So we power through for our last game of the morning, night, question mark? Yeah,
it is.
night in Japan, very, very early morning for us. I don't want to look out my window in between games here, but
It's always
yeah.
a weird sight seeing sun when it's kind of you're like, oh, okay, there's the sun. All right.
Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, stay tuned. More excellent Japanese Dota coming your way. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.